Rita?
Yeah.
Weird Realities Network presents Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales, where we pull up a log, roast a marshmallow, and settle in as these two blondes talk spooky tales, urban legends, and classic horror icons. Exciting guests, perky blondes, and sinister tales makes this podcast as good as a double stack s'more. So let's join Bethany and Krystal as they gather around the campfire in Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales.
Ooh, I didn't know we were doing that.
We should probably... Hello, and welcome to the Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales. We are starting off with tonight talking about ghosts in the southern Arizona. Some of us are focusing mostly on Tucson. And, in lieu of our nothing to rhyme. Words, I cannot. We are wearing cool shirts today.
We've all got the ghost theme going on.
You got yours? Yeah. Ghost bait.
I
I think we all know who Daphne is in this situation right now. Or
So, we're basically focusing on the ghosts in southern Arizona.
Yes.
I don't know if you had one in particular you really want to start with, Krystal, or if you want me to start. I don't care.
I can start. I was looking at the ghosts of Tombstone. Hi, Stacy. And I thought it would be fun to do, really talk about the Tombstone Motel. And Bethany got really confused by that. So just to clarify, because she was probably not the only one, that is what it's actually called. It's not a motel in Tombstone. It is just the Tombstone Motel.
yeah, I pretty much listed off every single other.
I know. She was like, "Oh, this one,"
Tombstone.
and I was like, "No, Tombstone Motel. This one, no, Tombstone Motel."
Clarification's great.
Clarification's fantastic. That is what it's called. And I just was thinking because my friend Valley and I that had birthdays close together, we did a birthday ghost hunt down in Tombstone one year. So we got to experience some of the stuff. And we just did it on our own, except for the Birdcage Theater. They have a nighttime ghost hunting tour in the Birdcage Theater. So that one was guided. But other than that, we rented the two most haunted rooms at the Tombstone Motel. And ended up just staying in one because the one room that I was supposed to sleep in alone, at the end of the day when I went in there, there's just this feeling of oppression and just horrible. So I left and we all slept in the same room. And
I'm out.
I was just like, I'm not sleeping in this room by myself. If I had been, if there had been somebody in the room with me, I may have stuck it out longer, but by myself, no, just the vibe in there was awful. And apparently the management does warn about staying in that room because they've had too many guests wanting to switch rooms in the middle of the night. But so the ghosts in there, just some history on the Tombstone Motel. Started as a livery stable, became a general merchandise store, and then a lumber yard, and it was converted into living quarters, which became the motel in the 1940s. They do recommend, or they do play into their reputation as a haunted hotel, so they like to talk about that and whatnot. But some of the being Tombstone, of course, some of the ghosts are thought to be prostitutes because it's Tombstone. And what?
I said that's kind of given. Sorry, I'm delayed still.
Oh no, I just was talking over you, so it's fine. I heard me and not you. That's all. So of course, thought to be prostitutes, which on a different time there, Valley did get some video with somebody knocking on the door and the sound of the door opening. This was all done while she was gone. So she had the camera running. Yeah, like that. So you heard the knock on the door, you heard the door open, and you heard the murmur of voices, like somebody was inside, but no clear. And then, so that's what she got. But then when we were there together, so like I said, we rented the 2 most haunted rooms, and we were all sleeping. And then at like 3 a.m., I woke up and I couldn't feel my hands or my legs. And I was just like, you guys, and it was completely dark and silent in the room. I don't know why I thought talking when everybody had been sleeping would work, but it did. I was like, you guys, I can't feel my legs, and neither could they. Like all of us woke up at 3 a.m. not being able to feel our hands or legs. So that's so there's not a lot of detail available on who the ghosts are at the Tombstone Motel. I feel like it was it's just one of those things that's just like bloop, triggered your dog.
Sorry.
Ghost knocking, triggering the dogs. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a lot of information on who exactly the ghosts are thought to be, other than likely prostitutes that have passed through. So that's just the Tombstone Motel, but it definitely has creepy vibes. It's very much in the center of town. So if you do go to Tombstone and want to stay in a creepy place that's close to everything, it's a good spot. You can literally walk to everything in town. So,
well, I feel like Tombstone, you can walk to all of Tombstone, no matter where you're at in town.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, yeah, but not everybody's familiar with Tombstone. So,
yeah.
And I do have some stuff. Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, I have some stuff about the Birdcage Theater, but we can talk about that in a little bit and have you guys tell one of your stories.
All right, Rick, you're up. What you got?
Well, in relation to the little scrawl I've got down there about "Let the Kitty In," there is it's Arizona folklore kind of, and it's actually a phrase, about "Let the cat in." Basically, so you had this guy, and he had taken over this house and such, and at one point, the common version of the tale basically describes this resident. He's in a haunted house. He's woke up in the middle of the night, and he's bleary. And he's just he's alone there, but there's a dude at the end of his bed and basically it says, "Hey, let the cat in." Yeah, and he's just arguing with it. It's like, no, man. I mean, the cat can stay outside. It's fine. And then he looks over in the window, and the cat is like yowling, trying to get in. It's like, oh, fine. So he goes and he lets the cat in, and then he realizes nobody else lives here with me. And he looks, there's no dude there, and yeah. So I mean, that was kind of that.
So the ghost was irritated that he was ignoring the cat.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, usually cats are kind of against the ghost type, like they know where they are and that sort of thing. In a lot of ghost hunter type tales and stuff, usually the cats are the ones that will be like constantly looking off in one area that's like, okay, and it's weird, and of course there's the whole mythology of cats being 1 foot in the grave and a spirit world and being able to see
they're guardians of the underworld, and so,
yeah, totally. I mean, heck, even Brandon Fraser's version of the Mummy.
Just saying.
Yeah, and then he was gone.
Yeah, he was like, no cats, no.
But I did also want to talk about, because, in Tucson, 2 of the schools that I attended apparently are haunted in different parts as well. Because I went to Santa Rita as one of the high schools I went to, and in the U of A. And apparently Santa Rita had a ghost. And as I was reading it, I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of remember, somebody talking about this and stuff. And of course, now I'm trying to find it. It's almost there. I know it's there. Sorry.
Well, while you look for that, we got a comment on Hell. He said that South Mountain 24th Street baseline in Phoenix, there's a hiking trail there known for a ghost that's actually helped save lives.
That's awesome.
That's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
Sabino Canyon apparently has a ghost cougar that will, just show up and roar and stuff, but it's not there.
Okay, I was going to say
I'm
cougar-like
sure.
animal or cougar-like?
and I'm pretty sure we know who that is.
Bethany's like, I'm going to start haunting some hiking trails.
As funny as that is, that's not where I was going with that.
Your face is so red, and you're the one that did it to yourself.
It's the lighting.
Our dad
Londa wants to be that ghost. The cougar or the one that saved life?
Or mountain lion. Sorry, mountain lion. But our dad has been known to do the mountain lion call on occasion.
Yeah.
And has apparently, freaked out some, ladies at a camp at one point.
Oh, yeah. Do you know that story?
I don't know if I know this story.
So we used to not all, but Krystal and I and our parents were all part of this church, and they had a women's retreat somewhere. And they all got together. Londa wants to clarify. She meant the life-saving ghost.
I was all about you being the cougar ghost. You and Bethany could team up.
Anyway, tag team ghost stuff. So there was like a women's group, and they all got together. They went to the mountains for this camp out, and I want to say there was probably like 20, 30 women there.
Yeah, something like
Dad, of course, he goes along because he's a green flag guy. Huh?
He was the cook.
He was the cook, yeah. So he did all the cooking, handled everything. And one of the nights that they were there was this big old like bonfire or campfire or something. And there was a woman, she sometimes watches our shows, Jeanette, she sometimes watches. And she was playing with her guitar and stuff. Someone was playing the guitar, I think it was Jeanette. And what Dad did is while all the women were paying attention, singing gospel songs and stuff, Dad went out into the forest because, he's Dad. And he did his cougar call, like from a ways away. And it kind of got quiet and everyone kind of like looked, and then they waited a little bit and then they started up again, and he came closer, and then he did his cougar call again. And of course, then they're getting a little uneasy, right? And so now he's like right at the edge of the forest line, and he does the cougar call again. And it's like super close to the women. And I'm pretty sure it was Jeanette. But she stood up with her guitar or someone, and she goes, "In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to go away." Dad just lost it. So he started laughing and walked out, and she got so mad at him.
Like, no offense to like Jesus or anything, but if it was an actual cougar, I don't think that would have worked.
Yeah, I don't think that would have done animals like that. Well, I mean, what Daniel and the lions did, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
So you never know. That's the point.
You never know. I mean, it could. It just, I think it would be a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know. That's more.
But at the same time, a real cougar wouldn't be like, oh, there's a large group of people. That seems like a good place to find like
right.
Exactly.
Like usually they want to like single out, like because a large group is harder to hunt in. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what you do. You get the herd moving, and then you pick off the
and then you pick off the stragglers.
Save yourself.
Yeah. Save yourself.
I can't get up.
I don't have to be the fastest runner in the world. You just need to not be the slowest in the group.
Exactly. Good rules to live by there.
So yeah, there's that. But as far as Santa Rita goes,
yeah, that was a total tangent. Okay, back to the high school.
So there were several ghosts reported at Santa. Oh, sorry, that's the Santa Rita Hotel. Never mind. But at the U of A, the one I knew about was a modern language building. There's also the Centennial Hall. But as far as the modern language building goes, there's a ghost there that's known as the Woman in Light. I've had several classes in the modern language building. In fact, I think most people have, because a lot of the core classes tend to be held there. And it's speculated that this apparition is a ghost of a young woman who was murdered on the site. She appears as a dark-haired young woman who wears a 1920s era shawl and a large skirt. She has been seen peeking through the small window in the Romance Languages lab. And when the modern language building was built in 1965, workers were said to have discovered human remains, but not report them for fear that investigation would delay the project.
Oh. No, that's not shady at all.
You can't have that.
It's not poltergeist.
Why would you want to delay the project? Oh, somebody might be dead? It's fine.
Yeah. And then at the Centennial Hall, because it was the two, there's a spirit of a woman in a long white dress. Apparently they like long white dresses. Mm-hmm. It is said to haunt the now sealed-off balcony area and the green room. This ghost has been known to push employees. A man who some think was a patron who died of a heart attack wanders the hall as well. There is a ghost of a young man dressed in black in the balcony area, and this apparition has been seen ducking through the stage entrance. Probably looking for Abe Lincoln.
The stage?
Oh, the stage entrance. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, probably looking for Abe Lincoln. What?
I'm like, or he just really likes to see plays.
Yeah.
You mean
he was playing there now. Why are you trying to look at this guy?
Phantom of the Opera is my jam, man.
Right?
On hell, like you got to catch up on the shows, man. Bloody Mary was like season 1, like, episode 2. I'm pretty sure.
And I believe we did talk about our Bloody Mary experiences.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. But in short, the answer is yes.
Yes. We'll probably revisit Bloody Mary again and Hookman and all that fun stuff. We should do like just a recap episode.
Right.
So,
all right.
So hot, damn. So my story, and I feel bad because Angel was actually helping me with this story earlier, and then I had to take a phone call, and I didn't get to actually do any of the research I told him I was going to do.
Oh, so no.
I'm going to hear about it. Mine was about the red ghost of Arizona, and what caught my attention was it was talking about the camel, and people's like during the 1800s, like 1700s, 1800s, they spotted this camel, and Honda. Basically, it would terrorize people, this camel. And I guess it started from like a army special project.
Yeah, they brought camels into Arizona because camels do well in the desert.
Exactly.
Disney had a movie called Humps about that.
Disney had a movie called what?
Humps. H-A-W-M-P-S.
Humps? Were they lovely lady humps?
No. Well, I don't know.
Lovely camel humps.
Yeah. They wanted Arabian horses, and they got camels. Camels.
That's exactly what he told me too. He taught me about the camels. I was like, I don't recognize camels in Arizona, but yeah.
Yeah, they're not here natural, or I'm not in Arizona, but they're not there naturally, but they were brought over.
Yeah, pretty much. So basically, this camel was used for an army project for experiments, like bringing diseases in and stuff, kind of almost like a zombie virus type thing. And
that sounds like something the army would do. Let's play with the disease.
Probably. Exactly. But to use that as a weapon of sorts. And then, of course, they had to, at some point, kill the camel. And I guess they didn't just kill it. They had to like shoot it and burn it and like all this stuff. Kind of like Recipe.
Stay down.
Yeah. Hence like zombie thing.
Well, it seems like a little extra. What did the poor camel do? It was just trying to live its life. It got brought to another continent, and then people were mean to it because they wanted horses. Like, this poor camel.
I know. This poor camel.
I can understand why it's haunting the desert.
Exactly. He's a little pissed. I mean, he's valid. Yeah, completely valid to be pissed about that. So basically, the camel then haunted people. So it would like trample things. There were some. Stacy says, "Where's Peter?"
They weren't around yet.
Like women were found trampled. You know, there was like a whole death investigation, and they couldn't prove how she died. So it was like unknown circumstances. Oh, like he's trying to help me. They believe it would bring back the dead in some way as an offering. So,
burning it?
Maybe.
Usually you burn your sacrifices, sure.
Right?
Unless it was maybe the sorry, a car just drove by and sorry, I got totally distracted right there.
Yeah, that was
Exactly. Camel.
I mean, honestly, I would rather hear that they burned the camel than eating the camel. Like,
well, yeah, people used to eat camel though, but I mean, I guess it's no different than eating like horse meat and dog meat and cat meat and bunny
Yeah,
yeah,
meat.
that all makes me sad too.
Yeah, I mean, you're a vegetarian, so valid. Completely valid. I don't know where I was going with the story. I'm so
You can
sorry.
also burn it so that, yeah, you can also burn it so that I'll run over by a
Grandma got run over by a camel.
Desert bird.
Watch it, they spit. You would probably want to burn it too, just to get rid of all the, the disease and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, that makes sense. Like burning it to, because if you're scared of spreading disease, you want to burn it away. So that does make sense.
Yeah. Well, and that's not an unknown thing too, to kind of like develop some new disease to use as warfare against people.
Smallpox blankets.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, no. Not unknown at all.
Krystal, you said you had one about the Birdcage Theater?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Birdcage. So some quick facts about the Birdcage. I think everybody's fairly familiar with the Birdcage Theater. It is considered to be the most haunted building in Tombstone, and I think every ghost show out there has done an episode at the Birdcage. So just some quick facts. 26 people died in the Birdcage Theater. It was at the theater, saloon, brothel, and gambling parlor. The world's longest poker game was played there. It lasted for 8 years, and it was constantly going 24 hours a day for 8 years. It's named for the balcony boxes used by the painted ladies, which is the prostitutes. So those were the bird cages.
Didn't Nathan Lane and Robin Williams do a show there?
They just did a movie called The Birdcage. It was a completely different theater.
No relation.
Sorry,
It was not the same. It was Wild 80s, I think. Is that when that movie was set, in the 80s?
I think so.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. I think it was set in the 80s. And one woman's heart was chiseled from her chest. Yeah.
That's very Jack the Ripper right there.
Yeah. That was one of the painted ladies, Margarita. And there's more information. So
that we can't say.
Somebody, I didn't see what that said.
Oh, Londa just said she liked that movie.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just saying there's more information that we can't say on air.
I mean, we technically don't have a rating, so.
Hey!
Go crazy.
So there was another prostitute, or I like Painted Lady. It just sounds nicer. There was another Painted Lady who went by Gold Dollar.
I mean,
so basically, here's the little story about Margarita's murder. She is one of the ghosts at the Birdcage. So Gold Dollar attacked Margarita after she crawled into a customer's lap. She felt slighted, thinking that Margarita had stolen a tried and true customer, or worse, because this was also somebody that Gold Dollar was like dating on the side, that Margarita had stolen her man. So she grabbed a handful of Margarita's hair, stabbed her with a double-edged stiletto, which is a type of knife. And it's where the stiletto heel gets its name from. So, yeah. So it's a very small, sharp, thin, and Londa, but we like painted ladies. We don't judge painted ladies. They had hard lives and did what they had to do. Like, we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
Exactly. So she hacked out Margarita's heart and then fled the scene.
What was everybody else doing during that time? Just watching?
They were with their.
I probably, honestly, like, if I was and especially, everybody was drunk because it was the Old West. Like, I would probably just be like, what is happening? Like, reaction time. I think it's not that people. I think it's just like delayed reaction time, probably.
Yeah. Drunk, dying of consumption. Any of those.
But then Gold Dollar was apprehended. She had gotten rid of the knife, so the weapon was gone. Weapon wasn't found. No charges were filed because there was no murder weapon. So according to them, there was no evidence, even though there was people that heard it and saw it. But because the murder weapon didn't exist or it had disappeared, nobody saw it.
Yep.
There's no evidence. Eyewitness.
We lost Margarita. We can't lose Gold Dollar too. Nobody saw nothing.
Nobody saw anything. Gold Dollar can come back. It's totally fine. Totally fine.
Oh my God.
So, like I said, the ghost, Margarita, is definitely there. People catch glimpses of her. There's a naked woman ghost that's been written about that people think might be her. There's a young woman who opens the curtain because it was a theater. So there's a huge stage. If you've never been to the Birdcage Theater, the stage is huge. And reasons for that, because back then, they'd have different shows with different backdrops. So they had all the backdrops like hanging up and they would drop down. And so they had to have room for all those backdrops. And then all the actors and everything would be changing behind the backdrops. So the stage area is just absolutely gigantic. If you've never been there. But so there's a young woman that's seen opening the curtain and peeking out that they think might be her, leaning on the balustrade, which I'm pretty sure is like
the banner. Or not
Yeah.
the banner. Banister. There we go.
Yeah. I think it's what we would call a banister nowadays. And a lot of times, like, it's the whole naked thing. Like, she might be naked or she might be wearing bloomers. And that's pretty much it.
I mean, it's the Wild West. She could have been showing some ankle and they just thought she was naked. So,
I mean, she was a painted lady. She was naked a lot.
Yeah.
So, the Birdcage does also have a woman in white. She appears as a proper lady. She comes down the stairwell into the poker room. If you ever go there, they do have a photo that they believe is a picture of the lady in white, and it's actually a really cool photo. It's kind of like an orb photo, but it's more of like a bright, like, imagine like a camera flash that goes like the height of a person,
like a streak or something, or
like a Joss Whedon film. He's always got those little camera flashes that.
Yeah, so it's like a flash, but it's like the height of a person, and it's kind of see-through, and it's on the stairs, and there's not a window there. So that's a pretty cool photo if you ever go to the Birdcage.
Or J.J. Abrams film with all the lens flares.
Yeah. Oh, J.J. Abrams. Oh, I said the wrong person. Damn.
Joss Whedon would have been. Was that Buffy?
Buffy. He did Buffy. Yeah,
that was Buffy.
My bad.
Just
and Steve's gonna exit now.
So she's what is considered to be more of a residual haunt, and she's never been identified. And there was in the 80s a seance conducted at the Birdcage, and during the seance, a spiteful spirit began to strangle the medium. So that's good fun times. Carmela Gemines is another really well-known one. So Carmela or Carmelita, which is for some reason way easier for me to say. She was another painted lady. She got sick and started crying. And she had it came out that she had taken a poison. And then she died the next day.
Hey, Juliet.
Yeah.
Dramatic.
Yeah. And then, so that's some of the more well-known ghosts. And then again, like I said, like I was just like, oh, Tombstone. Like I've done my own little ghost hunting there. So we did do the birdcage ghost tour, which is really cool. If you are staying overnight in Tombstone, it doesn't have the most active nightlife, but that is something fun to do at night. So we did that, and I was going to try to find it, but I have like 40 hours of stuff on here and I couldn't find it.
40 or 4?
Oh, that was just one file. I forgot. That was just one file. So I went and looked at all the files because I did save different files. So I have like some are 4 hours, some are a few minutes, but there's like a lot of stuff. This is my little recorder that I took down there. And then I also tried playing stuff for Rikki and Bethany before we started, and you couldn't really hear anything anyway. But one thing we got while we were in there, it was completely quiet, and it was the laugh of a child that can be heard distinctly on my recording, and also we got it on Valley's recording as well. And somebody had talked like right before, so you heard what they were saying, and then like a few moments later, the laugh of a child. There were no children around and nobody laughing at the time. So that's my own little, I'm sorry I couldn't get my evidence queued up in time for the show tonight. It was just too much to listen to. So I apologize, you guys, but I don't know if it would have been heard very clearly anyway.
Nah, you're good.
There's some stuff on there.
Yeah.
By the way, a balustrade is a railing supported by balusters, especially on ornamental parapets or balcony, bridge, or terrace.
So a banister.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I forgot that
it's
one
like
of
the
the
top rail from what I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the other ghosts, by the way, Davis-Monthan Air Force Base has a ghost that wanders around. It's like a World War II pilot. He wanders around the graveyard, the aircraft graveyard area.
Oh, that aircraft graveyard has to be filled with ghosts. Come on. Those planes were in wars.
But they say that when he's there, the patrol lights and the flashlights don't work. And apparently, he takes a path like right through the security fences, crosses the Cove Road, and then disappears.
I wonder if you can
that's where a bunch of the unhomed are. So.
Right?
I love how Dad's trying to promote my book.
Which, I mean, that matches with your tagline that you got there.
No, the tagline is Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. But, I mean, you do have, Boot Hill. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, Boot Hill. Yeah, that's it's just a short story in a.
Yeah, the Boot Hill Graveyard in Tombstone. That's a pretty cool place. Like
it is really cool.
Like, if you are ever in Arizona and want to explore Old West stuff, Tombstone is really just honestly the place to do it.
I would say Tombstone and Bisbee would be like really good if you want like that whole Southwestern culture.
Pretty sure they've made a movie about it.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I think Jerome's really cool too, but it doesn't have as much of the Old West vibe anymore as Tombstone and Bisbee do. Like Tombstone and Bisbee still have the Old West vibe.
Jerome's more about the Jerome Grand Hotel in terms of popularity.
Yeah. So, and the haunted hamburger.
So delicious. I was just telling someone that earlier. I was like, listen, they have a burger place there. So good.
Oh yeah. I don't like what I remember. The view's amazing from the haunted hamburger. If you go out and sit on the porch, they call it the 100-mile view. And I'm pretty sure you literally can see 100 miles away. And they have boozy milkshakes.
Yes. That just made the stay a whole lot better.
Boozy milkshakes. Boozy. I mean, when you're involved in that much spirits.
Right? You just have to.
Sure. Okay, I don't know if this will show up. I'll see if I can do it. But when I was at the Jerome Hotel and the haunted hamburger, like these were the type of views.
Yeah,
you guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. No, that was actually a really cool stay. For people who have followed our show, they know that I did the little thing with Jen and we stayed there overnight. And apparently I got the most haunted room that I was like, awesome sauce. I didn't want to interact with the ghosts. I was there for just a fun time. So I remember talking with the ghosts when I first walked into the room, and I go, listen, y'all need to go down to this room number and see Jen. She's got all the recording stuff. She wants to talk to you. I'm just here for the hamburgers and the trip.
So since Jen was the one that more wanted to find the ghosts, why didn't you two just switch rooms?
Because it was a time in my life where I needed a vacation very desperately, because this was just a little less than a year ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I paid for a balcony room, and so she got a different room. So mine was a balcony room, and it was one of the more haunted ones.
Okay, so it was. I'm pretty sure the skeletons are climbing the haunted hamburger.
Yeah, the haunted hamburger. Yeah.
So you didn't want the ghosts, but you wanted the balcony, so you dealt with the ghosts.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I feel like that's an even exchange. Here's the thing. I told the ghost, go talk to Jen. Jen will record you. She's got all the little gadgets. She gave me some. I tried to do what I could, but I was really scared, and I kept the lights on the whole time. The only ghost that I allowed was the cat, because they have a cat ghost. And I was like, listen, the cat can stay with me.
Let the kitty in.
Tend to be friendly.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is I remember, so I did fall asleep with all the lights turned on. I did go with my bottle of salt.
There you go.
I was like, yeah, what's up, Alan? So I felt very protected. I had my salt. I had my lights turned on. I did fall asleep, and there was a Lord of the Rings marathon playing. And I got to say, like, that, I think I've said this before on this, where you don't want to be scared about ghosts and wake up half awake, half asleep to someone speaking in like orc or, like.
Yeah, no.
So that was a little creepy. But I do remember waking up at some point because I felt the cat jump on. Oh, hey, what's up, Heather? I felt the cat jump up on the bed and curl up. But because I was half asleep, I thought it was one of my cats. So I'm like, Indy, come here. I'm like calling Indy, trying to get him to come over to me. And nothing happened. And then I realized where I was at. And then I was like, oh, shoot. And then.
And you're like, wait a second.
Awake. Yeah. Full blown awake at that point.
I was trying to see if I have any creepy pictures from the Tombstone ghost hunting trip. And I do have pictures. None of them are super creepy, except for maybe the shower, which you're not going to be able to see. I can tell. There's a hole in the ceiling of the shower.
That's creepy for a different reason.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, it was like the shower, and then there was like that little circular hole.
Okay. Yeah.
It was weird.
Is that a skylight or just like a window?
No, it was just like a circular. So like the shower had like a ceiling with the circular hole, and then there was the ceiling of the room, like a foot above it. It was really weird.
That is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Huh, like nothing crawled through there?
Nothing.
Like now?
I didn't see for instilling that fear into us.
And then I have this is from the Birdcage Theater, and there's like a little tiny orb in there if you can see it.
Oh, I can see it by the lake, right?
Yeah, and then down there. And I mean, there is definitely a chance. Like it's the desert. It could just be dust, but
yeah.
Or ball lightning.
But we did get the EVP in the Birdcage Theater, and that was the room we were in when we got the EVP. So.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Nice.
What did it say?
It was just a child laughing.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. As far as ghosts taking direction, they do. So one of the places I was working at when I was a residential supervisor, the property owner, she had a friend who had the same first name as her. And, they went out to, it was kind of like the Gem and Mineral show, but this was in, I think, Phoenix or farther out somewhere. And, they had, her friend had purchased this rifle, which apparently a ghost was riding on with the rifle. And they kind of heard about it and such. And, or they found out about it after. But, she had just purchased this. They had to stay at a hotel. And, in the middle of the night, there's a knocking on her door. She opens it up. She's like not happy, and there's a dude there, and he was calling the name, and she says, "No, she's down the hall. Go talk to her," and then she went back to bed. And then in the morning, she's talking with her friend, and her friend said, "Did you talk to somebody last night? Because they visited me."
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
Well, they do take direction, apparently. Apparently it did go along with that weapon, and they still have it. And there's stuff that happens with it, but yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There was, I don't remember what hotel it was in Tucson, but there was a hotel that at one point had a big fire and a majority of the hotel burned down. And
I just read about that too.
And when I was like growing up, one of my friends' moms worked there, and they were like known to be haunted or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I was like in the elevator the other day and the doors opened. Nobody came in, but all of a sudden it smelled like smoke in the elevator, and then it stopped on another floor and the smoke smell left.
Pioneer Hotel in December of 1970 and 29 victims.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As long as it's the Pioneer Hotel. Where is that?
I don't know. I just hit Google.
Okay. I don't know. That's probably it.
Tucson.
It's in Tucson.
Totally in Tucson.
And it burned. And now it's haunted.
It opened in 1929. It was the property catered to the social elite. Then new people bought it. And then in December 1970, 29 victims. And it's been converted from a hotel to an office building now. Oh, I recognize this building.
Yeah. And it might have been, I think it was maybe the office building when she worked there. Oh, yeah. I totally recognize that building.
I never knew that about this one. Okay.
Yeah, so I think it was the office building when she worked there, but she was just like, I mean, I was like 8 when I heard this story. So the details are, you know? But she's just like, oh, yeah, like it happens. Like, so that was one of the things that would happen is like elevator stopping and you could like just a smoke smell.
Right.
Can we just say that elevators are kind of creepy in general? Like, I'm always scared that, well, first off, we did that creepypasta story about the elevator game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got all the movies with like Conjuring, stuff like that. And they are, sorry, not Conjuring, Annabelle.
What was that? Where the devil was with them?
Oh, I think
there's like, isn't there a movie that's just called Devil? And it's like in an elevator.
Yeah, in the elevator.
And like the V in the devil like thing is like an elevator button. Yeah, I remember that about the movie title. Yeah.
No, elevators.
I don't remember anything else about the movie.
It took. If I looked confused for a second, out of my normal confusion I normally have, it's because he posted that, and then I had to think about it, and I'm like, I had a ghost in my house.
Yeah, you put it on Facebook.
I did, but like, listen, I have no concept of time right now on this leave of absence. I don't know what day it is. I only knew we were going on tonight because Krystal posted something earlier.
You're like, I've been injured and not working for so long.
I don't know what time it is. But yeah, I had, if anyone has me on Facebook, they can check out that video I posted. But it's like I have these lights hanging. Oh, I have some right here, right? So I had some hanging off my television area. And it was like in the middle of the night, and it was just, okay, there we go. And it was just swaying like that. But I had no fan on. I had no AC on. The cats were both, like I showed in the video, the cats were both right there with me. And then it just stopped. Like it swayed for probably like half an hour, and then it stopped. And that caught my attention too, because it didn't like slowly come to a stop. It just stopped.
It just was okay.
See, in the video, you said something about there's a shadow. And I'm like, what?
There was a shadow.
Yeah, there was a shadow, but I wanted to show people like that's actually just a shadow. It's not. There was a cat there because I have black cats. So I was like, there wasn't a cat there batting at it. I'm like, that's just a shadow right there. That's all that dark spot was. But to me, I'm like, listen, if we both got to live here and I'm paying rent, if you can move lights, you can push a broom. So let's like, You can help me out around the place.
Right?
Especially now.
Exactly.
You can clean, you can scoop kitty poop. We're good.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. If I had a ghost like scooping the poop, that would be amazing.
Or cleaning up, hairballs, whatever.
There you go.
If a ghost wants to move into my apartment and be in charge of the litter box, you're welcome. Come on in. Like, let's do it.
Something. I got to do a special shout out to Rikki for that hairball comment, because with my current situation with my knee, there are certain things I'm unable to do around the house. And Rikki and my parents and Tom, they've all been amazing. And Rikki actually came over to my house just to clean up a hairball.
Aw. And you don't live super close.
Well, he was in the area. Every time he's in the area, he calls.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so I really appreciate that.
You don't live all the way on the other side of town, but you don't live super close.
I think Rikki, yeah. Rikki was more like central.
Mm-hmm.
I'm far east, and everyone else is just north.
Because way back in the day, Rikki and I were neighbors.
Yeah,
we were.
That was a long time ago, though, because I haven't lived in Tucson for a while.
It was funny. It's like, wait, you live here too?
Yeah. Back in like 2011.
Shucking ghost.
I don't know about shucking or maybe shucking. I don't know.
Or scooping. I think scooping.
Scooping, yes.
A pooper scooping.
A pooper scooping ghost.
I mean, we've all seen Supernatural. We know they can do it. They just choose not to.
Yeah.
Oh, so all right, they had they were doing like a Supernatural panel and such, and somebody had asked, "Have you ever thought of putting salt in a hula hoop and using that?"
Just hula hoop.
Of course, they're hula hooping as opposed to using it as a way to do a salt ring.
But that was the thing.
Wind's not going to blow it.
Yeah, like the second they said it, they both stood up and they're like, "Hey, please say EPT," and they're all hula hooping.
And Jensen just kept going.
We gotta teach on Hell about Supernatural.
Never seen Supernatural? Whoa.
You gotta watch the Bloody Mary episode. You gotta watch Supernatural. We'll make a list. All
Which one? There's one every season.
Exactly. They just keep adding. Oh man. Well, I don't think I have any other stories. I just had the Jerome and the kind of red camel.
There's a lot, but
there's a lot. Yeah,
there's so many. I mean, there really are, but I definitely kept it limited to like a couple. And even though the Tombstone Motel is very haunted and likes to advertise it, finding stories about who the ghosts might be really difficult.
Well,
but I'm just going with Painted Ladies. So
yeah, it's not like they had a lot of good documentation at that time anyway.
Yeah.
So, sorry if you guys hear.
There all was.
So, and if anybody's curious, and it's the Tombstone Motel, it's rooms 119 and 121. They're right next door to each other. 121 is the one I was supposed to stay in alone and had to leave because it was just bad. It was really bad vibes in there. Very aggressive vibes.
Kitty.
So
yeah, Indy's finally making his debut.
Hi, Indy. I'm like, he's been hiding for most of the episode. That's not like him.
He was sleeping.
Oh.
Okay, we're getting to the end of the episode, right? I didn't do much research, obviously.
I'm like, what have you been doing with your time? You're not even working right now. Come on.
I've been on
you should be the most well-researched of any of us.
I should have. But I feel like because I have all the time in the world, I'm not doing anything productive that I should be doing.
You've been on the Marvel movie binge?
I have been. That's the thing. I have been watching all the Marvel movies in order of when they were released. Not the timeline, but when they were released. And I'm currently on Ant-Man. So I have been obsessed with that. But here's the thing. You know what I just realized that I feel like a complete idiot? It's probably backwards. But it's Arizona off the beaten path. It is. Ghost towns and historical haunts in Arizona. I literally had a freaking
book. Colossal Cave is supposed to be haunted by several different styles, from miners that were killed, a native who was running away from a bear and got killed, and some dude who was like part of the guide or help build or something like that. and
Oh, wow.
like you can see him and stuff. And of course, they have a lady in white because all of them have ladies in white.
Everyone has lady in white.
There's lady in white is just the most common ghost theme, honestly. Like,
Well, but it
all over the place.
it has a lot of tales in one. You know,
Yeah.
like they've all been merged. He said he's got a pet cemetery in his grandma's backyard. Basically, whatever pet he had growing up just took him to. So that's what I do with my parents. All of my cats are sorry, Mom.
I bought you that book and you ignored it.
Just for this episode.
I don't think she did. I'm pretty
Shame.
sure Grandma.
Shame.
Shame. Ding 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 ding. Shame.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding.
I'll just put it on here so everyone's aware. But I was like, when I pass, right? Because I have a feeling Mom and Dad's house will still be with us or something like that. And since all my cats are buried there, I'm like, just bury me with the cats, and me and my cats can just haunt those grounds for the rest of my life, like eternal.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal, but there's probably ways around it. Like my plan for when I die is to be turned into a tree. So maybe if you were turned into a tree on the property, you could get away with it.
I mean, Snowball was on a different property, but
Snowball was.
he was in the water fountain. That area.
I remember you pounding the ground down, trying to make it even, and Mom's like crying in the corner.
You put him under a water fountain? Oh, of course Hotel Congress is haunted. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe ghost clothes lose their color.
They bleach.
Although
trying
there
to
are
catch up on
some
these
ghost stories out there about a lady in gray. Like the Tower of London has a lady in gray, not in white.
Because it's London. They got to be a little different. They got to be.
Well, and I mean, do you know the air quality of London? Come on.
They do have a lot of.
It hasn't always been as bad as it is now.
Oh man, this is actually an interesting book. I should probably read it.
Maybe if you had read it before the episode, you would have been the most prepared out of all of us.
Listen, I didn't know I had it until I was just looking right here, and I'm like, it was literally like this, staring at me this whole time.
Like a blonde with a book.
The roots are showing, right? I got to do my roots.
Yeah.
The roots are coming
If
back.
only you had done your roots,
Come at
the
me.
blondness wouldn't have crept in and you would have found the book
This
before
artificial intelligence is not.
the artificial intelligence is fading. You need to do your roots.
It's washing out. Oh my gosh. Well, on that note.
Adds +2 intelligence. -3 charisma, though. D&D stats, it adds +2 intelligence and wisdom, but -3 charisma.
You're so adorable.
I know.
Do you have Stacy goes, your ghost probably moved the book so you see it.
Hey!
They're like,
Hey!
listen,
Hey!
I can't sweep, but I can help you with your show.
Look.
Just a little bit late.
A little bit. I know we have another guest coming up. I need to check the date on it. I think we have 2 more guests, and then there's one other person I want to reach out to bring on our show. It's a visual effects guy I told you guys about with Comic-Con.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm going to try and get him on the show.
We do have a guest on October 6th.
Is that David? Or is that
No.
your friend?
That's Caitlin Moss.
Caitlin. Okay.
Is on October 6th. Or October 7th, sorry. But it's the week of October 6th. So, and then in between now and then we have our next show's on the 23rd of this month. And if we have somebody booked, I'm not sure.
Oh, that's David.
That's okay.
Okay, so that's David Summers is going to be on our next show.
Okay. And
and
he's an
then-
author?
He is an author, yes. So I met him at the Wild Wild West Con. And he's he's a really cool guy. He's the one David McTrowell we're talking about the last episode too. They know
Okay,
him.
cool.
So well.
David
Yeah.
and David.
Yeah. Well, that's why I get confused. That's why I'm like, wait, who?
You're like, it was David. There's too many Davids.
I know. So we'll
This
have
David doesn't tell
David,
me.
our next one, and then we'll have Caitlin. You're the one on after that. And then I'm going to see when we can get this other guy on. I don't want to say his name yet, just in case he doesn't commit. But it'll be really cool if he does, because I think learning about visual effects in Hollywood would be a really cool thing to talk about. So I'm super excited to reach out and hear back from him about that. Then other than that, yeah, we're just kind of trucking along doing our stuff. And
yeah,
you guys
obviously our Halloween episode is going to be coming up next month.
Yes.
Well,
yeah, we have the 5-year anniversary for Weird Realities.
Yep.
So we're definitely trying to see what we can do for that. But other than that, if you guys have suggestions, definitely drop a comment, or you can message me or any of us, and we can see about working the suggestions into the show. Thank you, Stacy. And I guess we will see you guys in 2 weeks with David.
All right, awesome. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
All right.
Happy
Bye,
fall.
guys.